Welcome back to Night Owl Yoga. It's another hip opening night. Keeping it really simple today, just a couple basic poses in a row for the hips. Wouldn't say it's an easy class though. We're gonna hop into some of the deep stretches right away. If you are a beginner, honestly though, if you take it slow, we should be all right. Yeah, we'll start in child's pose. Start with your big toes together and your knees out towards the edges of your yoga mat. Yeah, rest your head on the ground. I'm gonna keep mine lifted just for the audio. But stretch your arms way out in front of you, up over your head. Start to breathe really slow, really smooth, in and out of your nose. And relax your lower back. Relax your hips. And relax both of your knees. Widen your shoulder blades away from each other so your neck has a little more space. And then hold in this position. Just breathe nice and smooth into your side bodies. Inhale, feel side bodies expand. Exhale, pull side bodies back in towards your spine. Inhale, allow your low back to expand. Exhale, draw your stomach in towards your spine. Inhale into low back again. Exhale and sink your hips a little closer to your heels. Yeah. Press into your palms. Downward facing dog. So we'll lift the hips up and backwards here. Spread your fingers out really wide and consciously flatten your palms into the ground. And bring your awareness to your hips. Send your hips high in towards the back of your yoga mat. By doing that, feel how your low back lengthens. And relax the back of your legs. So it's like your heels are falling in slow motion. Now we've just got to sit with that. Take a deep breath into your low back. Exhale, relax your neck. Inhale, press consciously into your arms. Exhale, draw low belly to spine. Inhale, widen your upper back. Exhale, send your chest towards your knees. Yeah. A lizard lunge. So let's float forward to a push-up position. And then step the right foot forward and land it where your right hand was. Okay. And walk your right hand closer to your left. And begin to lower your chest to the ground. Okay, you can stay on palms. If you're flexible enough, you can come down to the elbows. And then you have a choice with the back leg. So you can either keep that knee lifted, or we could just set the knee on the ground. Makes it a little more relaxed. Take a deep, slow breath. All right, the breath is what makes it, what lets you settle in. And press consciously into your right foot, right? Straight down into your yoga mat. And feel both the inside and the outside of your hip joint opening. Yeah, chest gets a little heavier, shoulders get a little heavier. Continue to press actively into your right foot. Okay, if you're on your elbows, come up onto your hands. And we're setting up pigeon pose. So we'll get your foot across your mat. Yep, so our right foot lands here by the left side of the yoga mat. I like to keep my shin bone about 45 degrees there. A little more turned out, yeah. Yeah, come down to your elbows to start. If you want to take it lower, you can lower your chest all the way down to the mat. Yeah, feel for just a nice opening on the outside of your right hip and your right glute. Slow down your breath.
a good breath takes that feeling in your hip and it allows it to be just a feeling. By that I mean it's not pain, it's not something you have to react to. Sitting that feeling in your leg, completely non-reactive to that feeling. Instead, just visualize your breath going into your hip each time. Let your bones get a little bit heavier. And especially your neck. Relax your neck just as much as possible.
And walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift up your chest first. And just for a second, step it back to down dog. And look right in between your ankles. Lift the heels up and down a couple of times, bend the knees back and forth. And then we'll get the other leg. So step your left foot forward. Lay it where your left hand was, like you just replaced it. And then both hands on the inside of that leg. And start to take it lower. Okay. Maybe you stay on hands. Maybe you come to the elbows. Your choice. That back knee can be lifted, or you can bring it down to the yoga mat. And lift your left toes off of the floor. And just firm and steady, press it down into the ground. Feel the whole inner thigh light up. Feel the outer thigh expanding, right? More space for the outside of the hip. Breathe in a way that makes it feel easy. Breathe as deeply yet as free from strain as you can. Okay, come back to your hands if you're on the elbows. Pigeon pose. Send your left shin bone across the mat. So right foot's over here by the right edge of the mat. Left knee over here to the left. Post up on your elbows. I've been doing this pose forever, but I'll still stop on the elbows for a little bit before going belly down. That said, don't let me slow you down. Of course, as soon as I say that, slow down your breathing. The slower I breathe, the more that tension in the hip lets go. And the more the tension in that hip releases, the easier that slow breath gets. And we'll keep it going another moment or two. And I think that should do it. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift your chest, arch your back a little bit. Step back to downward facing dog. And bend your knees back and forth one more time. Have a seat. Sit up tall. And it looks like we've done it. So, thank you for coming tonight. Really appreciate you watching. If your hips are feeling good,
please support the channel. All you have to do, hit the subscribe button, and tune in for the next one. Peace.